happy middle of the week, everyone. Just a sec. Gonna ping the Discord. Oh, we have 80 people in here now. I didn't know that. Well, to anyone that's new, welcome. To those of you who've been here before, welcome back. Hey, Mess, how are y'all doing tonight? It is a fantastic Wednesday evening for me. Stream, believe it or not canceled tonight. Oh. We're here, we're on time, mostly. You're doing good, glad to hear it. There was some feedback left on the video of the last stream. Let me pull that up. Hoden said he still doesn't like the buttons, but he's not going to tell me what about them he doesn't like, because he wants me to focus on other things, which is probably not the worst idea. He also recommended I use anchors to fix the button size, which is also probably not a bad idea. Ooh, you going to a barbecue today, username. Nice, nice. Glad you're at least able to drop by for a little bit to say hello. Appreciate that. So obviously you're doing great. Oh, you got barbecue today. Okay. My 7 p.m. brain read that as you are going to barbecue later today. Going to a barbecue. What kind of barbecue did you get? Let's get these things going here. And instantly see if we can quickly enough fix the button anchor. Which is kind of weird because it looks like the top and bottom ones look fine, but it's only the side ones that are weird. You got ribs, brisket, and pork. Honestly, that's all you need in life. Okay, so they do begin looking weird at a certain point there. Like those side ones especially. The issue is I don't remember how the anchors work. So do I have to, like, for this bottom left one, do I just anchor it to where it is? And then that's fine and dandy? Oh, okay. I wish it would, like, snap. Oh, that does kind of snap a little bit. I hold control. If anything, I can come back and clean that up a tad bit more. Tart, hello! Good to see you. Hopefully I'll be able to work this weekend to get Ace Sprite back. But with the weather over here, it might get canceled. Ooh. Hopefully the weather is as good as can be. Or whatever weather condition you desire. Sometimes the mood and the atmosphere calls for, like, rainy or snowy weather. I think we've all been there before. It's been raining nonstop for you. See, I love the rain, but I feel like if it was nonstop for too long, I'd probably get sick of it. I'm for sure a homebody, although like a lot of my hobbies are outdoors. But I feel like that's probably what contributes to me liking the rain so much, is it's just like, oh, I'm chilling inside. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's a mood. It's like this mood. Like, I live for that aesthetic. Look at that. Does it not just take you away? I do work at a farmer's market, so it's pretty hard to get called off. Oh. I need to do more shopping at a farmer's market, honestly. Because recently I've just been buying a lot of, I guess, whole produce. I don't know exactly what the right way to call it. Like, non-processed crap, right? Not like freezer name brand or anything like that. But I feel like probably better to get that at a farmer's market. I just have to look up where they are. Rain make many traffic jam. It's annoying. Oh, yeah, yeah. Some people just don't know how to drive in the rain. No? Okay. Let's get paint.net active. And we're going to save this as UI. And I think I already did, actually, now that I'm looking at this. Let's cancel. Let's go back to Unreal Engine. And we're going to navigate to where I have the UI saved, and then we're just going to re-import it. For anyone either watching the VOD or watching this live, because there's not too many folk here right now, I'm still trying to figure out if I like the Wednesday, like, middle of the week stream. I don't know if any of you guys, like, if you have any opinions on it. Monday, I think I'm okay with it, because, like, the main point is that I kind of feel, like, rushed almost to do all my dailies in time for like, you know, 7 p.m. Monday, I think, like, I'm already used to, oh, it's the beginning of a new week. I'm already in this go, go, go mindset for the beginning of the week. Wednesday, I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. Cup noodle every day. Cup of noodle all the time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This image is saved in Projects Blender Rotted Return. And that doesn't look like the one I thought it was. I'm going to see if I can... Oh, it's because it's trying to save it as a PDN. I probably saved it as a JPEG. Yeah, there it is. Now when I refresh, it'll remove her name. There we go. Oh, it also made it a bit darker. This might be a good... So one of the things I was going to do today is we were going to see if there are good screen effects that we could apply to this. This one is just plastered on to the image as, like, you know, as a JPEG. But there might be some kind of post-process effect I can apply in Engine that makes it look a little less static. I almost forgot to ask how the model for the monster ghost is going. I haven't worked too much on that. I really should. Are you planning on adding shaders to the player's camera? I don't know. Because for the player's POV, I can't imagine there's too much more I would want to do to this camera, unless you have any recommendations. Like, are you talking, like, chromatic aberration or film grain or anything like that? Because I can, I think, pretty easily just toy around with it, too. To try some stuff out. But kind of from what I've seen from a lot of people who will just play, you know, even Phasmophobia, like, one of the first things people will do is go into the settings and turn all that stuff off anyway. And not to say that it's bad in all cases. And here I go rambling again. This might not even be what you're talking about. But I think, like, if I don't have a very specific design idea in mind for it, I feel like it's just kind of pointless noise. Unless I have a very specific like vision in mind for how I want it to look and feel. Maybe if I want to go for something nostalgic, I could go for like almost a CRT VHS, like not on the nose to where the player immediately picks that up, but where like subconsciously they get that nostalgic feel. But the current plan isn't that it's not like a found footage or anything, but that's also not set in stone because I think that could lend itself well enough. Kind of what I was thinking, like a record symbol and line scans. A record symbol and line scans. I gotcha. That could do well. I'm trying to think, like, could that also just be a fun mechanic? Um, we've kind of been documenting notes here for the monster mechanic. I need to get a better one for the player. But, like, maybe you could... Because I would like this to be multiplayer. Like, that's still a thing. And not as much work has been done with that as with some of the other stuff. But would it be interesting and would it be used, or I guess, would the mechanic be used often if you find a player's corpse, you could take their camera and their, I guess, like VHS, and then you could re-watch it? I don't think that would work in games like Phasmophobia, Repo, or Lethal Company, because those games are very fast-paced, and that mechanic lends itself to something very slow-paced, like similar to what we see in Resident Evil. But that's also something that I'm going for, is something like those three games, but slower paced, and that is something they did in Resident Evil 1. I forgot his name. Body cam footage. Oh, there it is. Let's watch this. It is important to game design, so I count it. I don't know how Unreal Shader works, but Godot shaders are really simple. Unreal's... I haven't toyed around with them too much, so I don't know for certain. Will the game be accessible in mobile? I think that would be fun, yeah. One of the intentions is... And I won't talk about this too much because I would talk about it all the time, is mobile has a pretty strict hardware limitation. And so I would have to... Oh, you guys can't see the screen. Hold on. I have a few, to summarize it, optimization techniques I think I could use. It would be a different experience on mobile than it would be on PC, for certain. Like, potentially to the point where you might lose the ability to play in first person and would have to play in kind of a perspective POV, so that I don't have to render things live. But if I can get that to work, I definitely want this to be as accessible as I can reasonably make it. But let's watch this. And let's go ahead and mute Lo-Fi Girl. So this is from Resident Evil 1. So, like, earlier in the game, you found your fallen comrade, and you picked up his body camera footage.
What? Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
I don't know if that, like, served any purpose in the game. Like, I don't know if that revealed a puzzle or anything. Or, like, what the benefit to playing that in my game would be if I were to implement something like that. But that's just kind of what had come to mind when people were talking about something similar just now. Nasty zombie, sheesh. Yeah, that game scared the crap out of me when I was younger. I remember one of my first experiences with Resident Evil is like, I had to play on my brother's New Game Plus save file because he had all of like the infinite ammo, and that was like the only way I would play the game. So, I'm gonna do a bit of research on if there's an easy way to do that video screen effect that we were talking about, the post-process effect, on just the monitors themselves that the players interact with. So we're gonna just put this backdrop on. We'll chat a bit as I'm looking through some stuff. Maybe see if either the documentation has something good, or maybe just a Google search has something good. Kind of like content warning? Yeah, content warning. That was a good one. The game about streaming monsters with your friends to get views. That one was just funny though. Like that was the purpose of the content warning video. Houghton, good morning. You'll be pleased to know that we are moving on to something new-ish besides the buttons. I want to try to figure out a good post-process effect for the screens themselves rather than, and I can jump back from the starting soon into the engine to show you. So the image on the left here, and we can go and go full screen. The one on the right is, I took that image, threw on some post-process effects in GIMP, and then re-imported it. The one on the left is before that. The problem with the one on the right is it's very static. It's just kind of overlaid on a single image file. And I want to see if I could like recreate this in Engine for it to look just a little bit better. It definitely doesn't deserve the horror category. Yeah, well, a lot of people use the horror category just because that one gets a lot more attention and love than some of the other categories out there. Which, I'm a huge fan of horror, so I don't care for a bunch of horror games being made. And I think, like, even to some degree, it's subjective. Let's see, Unreal Engine 5. So how's everyone's week been? Well, I'm trying to look up a couple different things that we can do to get this to work. Please spend this money on drugs. Oh, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I will spend it exclusively on Tylenol. You are welcome. Maybe the cam body idea is to make players aware of the ghost's existence. Yeah, because one of the game mechanics is to study the behavior of the ghost. And it's not a ghost in lore, but because I don't really have a good name for it yet, that's just kind of what I've been calling it. And so rewatching it would kind of help under certain circumstances, like, oh, well, this player died, well, how did they die? Is that something useful to us? Quick, a bot smoosh before it gets away. Uh-oh, hold on. Boom. Interloper has been decapitated on Twitch in Minecraft. Let's see, so I have, the way I'm using this is I have the screen's essentially just a static mesh, right? And it's a material that live updates with a UI. So maybe there's a way I could apply a status effect, not a status effect, a post-process effect to the UI. we'll go back to here, just continuing to look things up. Oh, hey, Blue. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, one place is recommending a I keep saying Prost process. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Widget render target material with degradation. For the monitor screen that samples the widget texture. In that material, add your degradation, noise, scan lines. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Because I do have a material that I'm using. I just have to find it, which is this one. It's this screen display one. And I think... I think this is what uses it. So if I, like, disconnect this, I compile... Oh. If these screens are black when I start... Okay, they are. So it is this thing. An easy way to check. And sorry about that. I left you guys on the other screen. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, school stuff. Yeah, school's more important, but hopefully things have been doing well for you. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I paused there because it's like, wait, does school begin in January or is it like, no, school begins in August, at least in the United States. I was about to say, is that, oh, it's a new school year. It's not. But hopefully, you know, your return is going well. Only a handful of months left until summer break, so we got that to look forward to. Oh, don't bring this up, Blue. we know we don't need to talk about that, I think. Pretty sure. Is there a noise node? There is. Okay, that is... Oof, what is... Scaler to clamp the levels at pixel. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay. That's like noise intensity. I notice no difference with this. So what if we like max this out, right? To where it's very clearly messed up in every way. Will we see a messed up... Okay, we are. But it's just the color. Not anything else with it. You don't mind the white? Be quicker than getting into level each time. I mean, that is a good question. Do we think the white's better? We accidentally stumbled across a new question. Oh, you're telling the sandwich story again. It actually made it better. Is that the consensus that the The green looked worse. Move this over. I also don't know why, like, it's not really applying the noise, though. Alright, how about scan lines? Is that a thing? No, it lied to me. Oh, sign on UVY. Okay, sign. I'm gonna make a UV. Oof. Nope, that's wrong. Please add that sandwich to the game as a memory of the sandwich torture. I don't know if I could model a sandwich that good. Also, how do I... hold on. There's a couple options I'm looking here. I could also apply an effect in the widget itself. Poster on the wall that says "Never forget," and it has the moldy sandwich. Okay. Trigger materials using a texture sample parameter 2D. Usually named render target to receive the widget's output. You, I think. It'll be on event tick. Get render target. The dynamic material. Material instance. Parameter name screen display. Is that name import? We did a deep dive in when I did this last time, and I already forgot kind of what the path tracing is on this. We also do something in the constructor. Okay, so we create a dynamic material. We set it to dynamic material 1. And I'm gonna guess... No. Can I see where this is being referenced, maybe? You forgot just like you forgot your sandwich. Okay. I have to bear this cross forever, I guess. The issue is, it's like, I don't know. Is it just making its own material here? I mean, I guess it is, right? Because I'm creating a new one and then setting it. But then no, we made a black and white one off of the, like, we somehow made it black and white by editing this thing. So it is still using this somehow. This is called MLED. M_LED. No results found. I don't believe that. Okay. Reference viewer. On the monitor, it's here. Where is it here? How do I see where this is? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Would it make you feel better that your moldy sandwich story took you out of your burnout? You know what? Yes, it was worth. If that was the case. Your day was good. How was your... Oh, I'm glad to hear you guys are having good days. Wednesdays can be, like, particularly tough. Just because... it's, like, middle of the week. And it's just like, ugh. Parameter name screen display. Okay, there are only 4 instances that I'm seeing here, so it's just these 4. I'm trying to figure out how does it apply it to the mesh. Because this just updates this material with the widget screen. Cool, I guess. Okay, here it is. I see. Source material. Ooh. M_LED. The issue is I don't know which one it applied that to. Just remember tomorrow is Thursday, and everyone knows that Thursdays are no less okay. Thanks, username. Ren, you should just move somewhere to Alaska where nobody lives and enjoy your life. But then I'd be in Alaska. I don't know. Like, I've heard Alaska is beautiful. I want to visit. Okay. So making that the source material did not change anything. It all looks the same. It's basically Canada at that point. Alaska got it better than anywhere else in the US. Have you been, Username? Can I apply something to this material? So it's like noise. Because the issue is it's creating a material instance. Creates a dynamic material instance for the specified element index. Hold on. Oh, you just heard from people you want to go. Yeah, I want to go too. I was supposed to go later this year, but then other things had come up. Oh, this is where screen display is. Okay, so it is using this as the... Okay. Okay, hold on. How do I split the UVs out of this? Or how do I modify them? Lots of salmon, and if you're not a salmon guy, they've got Wally. Like the Pixar character, right? hold on. Hmm. The fish walleye. Oh. Not Wally. Uh. Oh. Yeah, I'm guessing you meant to say physics presentation, not psychic. But take it easy. Good luck, Tart. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. That'd be sick if you had a psychic presentation, though. Time times speed. Sine. Period. Sure. 0.5. We will do 1. Now, some of you might be asking, well, you're doing a whole lot of stuff here. You know what you're doing? That is a question, isn't it? If I were to be drawn, would I like to be human or alien-esque? Probably human. That's just kind of more my thing. Hence, you know, living as a human for some time now. Not always. Didn't always, but now I am. Hmm. Might be a little bit too much sauce on that. Just a little bit. Okay, that doesn't do anything. It's it's basically what you want. Oh. Okay. It is clear to me now. I have no idea what I was doing. How do I what values do I change? So oh. I have a feeling this isn't gonna look the... I hate that. You guys can read that, right? Ren, am I sure I am human? It changes on the day. I hope one day UE changes the whole material editor. Yeah, it's kind of shit. Like, I'm sure if you know what you're doing, it's like, oh, this is the most fantastic thing. I love this tool. But if you don't, like, is it just because my UI tiling is messed up? Okay, cool. Hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh. There's too much math and stuff. Yeah. Like, I just want like a silly little screen flicker effect, but I still want the text behind it to exist. Okay. Okay, I think what was happening is that this wacky effect wasn't actually the thing moving. It's just how it's displaying it to me, because it's just a bunch of solid lines super zoomed in. And it just happens to be tweaking out because it doesn't know how to interpret that. So I don't think that's what I wanted at all. These are definitely like the scan lines I would want, though. Let's see, like, how much of this do we cut out until it's normal? Like, even if I were to go from here to here. Okay, that's right looking. Well, we already have the noise. We should probably at least get rid of that so it's a little cleaner to look at. It worked with the right with the white text. Hey, Ref. Yeah, fair enough. If coding makes you a tech wizard, shaders are black magic. Yeah, these... It hurts my head, Raph. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, is it the mask? Oh. Okay. Much sauce? And then... I'm looking at more docs. Hold on. I think I can just do like... set texture parameter value. We do this again. Call this one time. And value is just delta seconds? No. Texture. Oh, no. I want to do set scalar parameter value. And we'll just do that with this first one. I'm going to make the speed by like, on a 0.01. I have a feeling this is going to go crazy. Ah. Wow. It's not what I was expecting would happen. What happens when I change time? Does this move? No. That does nothing. So this changes how many there are. How do I change where they are? Not that. I do like how that's a little bit more subtle, though. Hmm. Not quite that. Would it be this? I don't want to mess with this. Do scan lines move? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get these to like scroll down almost. Yeah, they okay. I haven't looked at a CRT for so long. In Godot, we just use GodotShaders.com. Yeah, like there are some pre-made ones on Fab, but it's like it's hit or miss, honestly. Okay. At least try to like clean this up and bring this all closer. A little easier to see what I'm doing. Lou just posted new art in the Discord. Let me take a peek. Ooh! One moment. Say hi to the TV. Jingle Jangle finally got some art to show. These are sick. Username. Yeah, that deserves a fire. Ren would have been so cool looking guy, but he chose to be a human. You're under your own division. Sorry to put you on spot, but yeah, cool art. Cool art. Take it easy, Raf. Have a good night. Okay. Let's... We're close to really getting this to work. Oh. Apparently time is just a node. And I shouldn't be updating the parameter called time. Whoops. That still doesn't fix my issue, but... Hence the, you know, it's not moving. Oh! Okay, quick. How fast do scan lines move? Faster than that? Slowish fast. Like that? I'm trying to like that? Oh, did I not? Why is it not? Oh, I didn't hit apply. You think there are too many? That's easy to fix. No, it's okay. Hey, Bessie. You think a little faster. Okay. Let's also change it, like you said, to white. How did I do that? Hold on. We added some noise. That's what we did. Noise. And... Boom. Oh. That's hard to read. The white I might just have to do in the, I might just have to do that in the image itself, like on GIMP. What does noise even do, though? Why is it so wacky? It does look really cool, thank you. You just made a lore note in your game, says Omes, and I'm very proud of the unnecessarily complicated lore. Heck yeah. Okay. I think I made an oopsie somewhere. Probably with the noise. This should honestly, I think it shouldn't be on the emissive. It should realistically be on just the color. And that might help us out here. Noise is just a texture of random black and white dots. That's fair. Let's see, now that we moved it to this though, let's... toy around with it a little bit. Oh, I don't think I applied it. Oh, I did. I don't think it's adding too much to it, honestly. It's the little things that matter. Fair enough. What are some of the other things that this recommend? Because that's the scan lines. UV wobble, small horizontal offset by time and noise. RGB split, sample texture 3 times with slight UV offsets per channel. Vignette. We can try to add a horizontal jitter. I don't think that'll be all too difficult. Famous last words though, I suppose. Do that up here. This. Did something wrong here. Oh, I also didn't do the, whoops. Catch up on messages. I was locked in for a bit. Message to all Twitch viewers, remember to salt your water when making pasta. The water should be as salty as the sea. Once boiling, add your pasta into the water. What does that do? What does it do? Low-key Ren, that is peak of the before I broke it just now. Thank you. He's still live. OMG, can we rate him if he's still on at the end? We'll see. I'm a little bit more hesitant rating people I don't know. Oh, and then again, that's just kind of how raids are. That boring good. Tell me how it go. It makes pasta more flavorful and it makes the water boil faster. Oh. Oh, this should be like this. Oh, there we go. What does that do? Hold on, let's disconnect this just for now. We can see if this is doing anything. I don't really see it moving. It is just kind of messed up. Not really moving. Been stressed out while trying to be good. Same, honestly. Isn't that life? What are you trying to do because you already have the scan lines? Just some other post-process effect. There's one here that talks about like making the screen jitter a little bit. Which would kind of go almost under the scan lines. Oh. So much work for a monitor effect? Yeah. This is kind of rough. You bet I'm going to be reusing this time and time again. It's all for good atmosphere. Good atmosphere goes a long way. Yeah. And especially like it's something that I only have to do once. And then it's just there forever. What was in filter width before? Oh. Was it just nothing? Okay, no, it is mad. Not cast from smaller type float 2 to large type float 3. 2 or 3-dimensional vector. What do you mean? You're not having to cast. You're a float 2. Okay. Sure. There is 100% a way to do it with half of the nodes. Oh, absolutely. But like, what's the learning process if I don't do this spaghetti monstrosity here? Uh... Mm. Oh, it fooled me. It fooled me. I was like, oh man, this looks awesome. We've been working on this monitor for all of this year. Please let us out of this hell. I refuse. If it wasn't hideously ugly, it wouldn't be made by me. You know, I find out vibe coding is recently. I've never been more baffled at something before. The trickery, yeah. Was it because I did the ad? Oh. No, I don't think that was it. There we go. It's such a small effect, and I need to make it smaller because even that is a bit too much. Oh, but I'm glad I like that. Okay, let's see. Scroll speed, probably like what? 5? And then line density. Now we combine this with the work from earlier. And we have the most anticlimactic hour and 25 minutes spent. Alright, next we need to figure out how to play Minecraft on the monitors. I might have to bump up the jitter, do you think? It is now plus 100 spooky? Yes! Like the jitter size. Density, maybe? It looks good, thank you. Been a while? Yeah, good to see you, Regal. Glad you're able to drop by. Oh, that is not F11. That's F11. Oh, there we go. Oh, ignore the body. So this is the inventory screen, which isn't supposed to be here. It just happened to be a widget that I threw on there. Neither is this, because this is the settings screen. I think this looks too bland. Last time, or just a moment ago, people were saying that white looked better. So I still think we need to add a couple of effects to the JPEG itself, but probably fewer. And also change the color. So if we go to set it to 100 just to see what it'll do. You don't think it's jittery enough? How old is that message? Is it okay now, or do you think we still need to... Oh yeah, for sure. The fonts need to change. This screen is also just a temporary one. Did you find out how to use the anchors? Oh, you're gonna be so proud. Check this out. Look at that. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better. Okay. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit. So we're going to export this. Save as JPEG. Yes. And it's gonna flatten all of it. And before I unflatten it, I'm just gonna paint this white. Little too much. I also like how it's accidentally making it less clean, the lines there. I think Courier New is probably a good font for this. You can check that out in a little bit. I was hoping, I forgot how many disconnected parts of this I had. So now we export this again. And then go to GIMP and we load it. Does it have it in my recent? UI.jpg. Okay. And if we open the other one, UI2.jpg. I applied some shifting blur to it. I applied video degradation. It looks like a couple times, but the other thing too is I applied a like a gray background color over it, so that it's not just black. I think I did that by doing this, getting just a bucket of this, and then changing its opacity a little bit. And then I think I applied video degradation on this. Noise, no, not noise. Short, video degradation. Large, long staggered, no. Wide striped. And then on this, I did a shift. So distort, shift. You still think it's pretty low? Okay, we can try it out again. Hi, Maddie. Good morning. Or evening, actually. I feel like by this time you usually pop off and go to bed. Hope it's not too late for you. We did do a lot of good work today, though. So, not in vain. You get to see the fruit of the labor. Re-import. We can change the font pretty easily, but how do we feel about this? So I'm here to be distracted and cheesed. How's the cheese coming along? Oh, the cheese, that was last episode. Yeah, the cheese arc ended. It's been a freaking evening. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you at least get a rest the rest of the night. Hopefully some of tomorrow too. It's almost... We got 2 days left till the weekend. Alright, let's get some feedback on colors, maybe? And yeah, I agree with you too, username. Now it's Moldy Sandwich episode 2. Well, no, Moldy Sandwich was part of the last arc, still. Uh, which of these values needs to be 100 though? Not the speed. Oh wait, no, this is for the jitter part. What does this do? Actually, that higher speed isn't awful. Line density 100. Default value is maybe a 0.001, 0.005. Oh, there we go. That was what I wanted. That might be a little bit too much sauce. You ever deal with an adult child like, holy, how are you this old acting this way? Nothing can be done though, Karen. Yeah, oh, for sure. Like, both at work, both just like within family. Oh, plenty of times. I would want to use a different font and maybe reduce some of it so that's a little bit more legible, or make the text bigger. So, okay, username says the white looks better than the green. Any other consensus? Any other kind of feedback people want to throw in? There's also, I mean, these UI images aren't final. Some folk in the Discord, I think in game design, threw some good ones too. Let's pull that up kind of as a reference here. Hard to get super zoomed in on these. No, I can't. So I might need to redesign them anyway, but at least for like the color and just kind of the overall effect. How are we feeling about that so far? And I recognize it is a little bit hard to see, especially if you're on mobile, some of the finer details of it. Too jiggly, okay. You think the green terminal is a bit overused? Okay, let me finish reading. YouTube side. Thankfully not family, just neighbor. Oh, that's also annoying though. Yeah, that's hard to read, yeah. Maybe try a faded orange background with yellow text. Black and white is easier to read, that's true. That is a lot of jiggle. We can reduce the jiggle. We can pop this down to a 3. And you said orange, what was it? Orange background with yellow text? I feel like those are also pretty bold colors. It shouldn't be too bad to do. I can also, since we have the jitter in engine, I don't think I need to actually jitter this. So we'll hide this layer. We'll make a new one. Try an orangish background. And it'll fade when I reduce the opacity here. And then this is where I add the video degradation. I want wide striped. It is hard to see that on the... Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much on this. And then you said yellow text, essentially. We can try that. bucket. Ooh. Do full opacity. Before I do all the letters, was this kind of what you were thinking, or is the yellow popping a little bit too much? Like a darker faded orange, blue and magenta were also somewhat common too, says the internet. I'm not opposed to blue and magenta. I just kind of like those colors naturally anyway. Well, any feedback on these colors here? I guess while we're here. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry about that. You could see blue working out. Yeah, I think that was what they used in like Fallout 3, and that looked good. And by the way, if anyone here is new, I'm dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So if you hear me talking to people and you don't see them chatting, that's why they're on the other platform. Okay, that's kind of ugly, IMO. Oh, I did mute myself. Thank you. That's so peaceful. Don't shush. That's not quite the right blue. Dabba dee dabba die. But I feel like if it's too dark, it'll be hard to see. And then we'll get a different blue kind of thrown in the background there. Why? Oh, what? Where'd my blue go? Black is better than that orange thing. I think the idea is that, like, it's still going to be mostly a gray-ish, but it's going to be more of a tint. Kind of like how this is a grayish tint. So we're going to make a new one. And we just bucket this. Make it like that. Before we speak too much, remember, this is the unfiltered version. So we will add a distort. I do degradation, wide striped. Which, did that even do anything? Not really. We can quickly pop this into the editor, though, into the engine. And see how it looks. Without too much effort. You found a good hex tone or RGB? You don't hate it. It's but I don't hate. Wow, you just copy paste Batty's message. I always forget that he's just wandering off doing his own thing. It's like a mini jump scare. How long are we going on for? Probably another 15 minutes. Oh, they could only display 16 and... Oh, okay. That's right. I was trying to figure out, like, what was the color hex or hex color I should use. But I forgot that there was, like, actual graphical limitations, and it wasn't just vibes-based back then. Username, you said you had the, any of the values would work. Alright, cool. Automod, I'll allow that, because that's HSL, you said? HSV, you mean? No, that's hex. Oh. Oh, am I looking at the right thing? Because this is for, like, the yellowish one you're thinking of, right? I smell colors 32. That sounds like a cool superpower. Yeah, the bone white color. Alright, let's take a peek. Let's see how this one looks. We'll keep the gray background. Maybe? We could also just... do that. Reduce the opacity even more. Do a quick override. Anyone happen to have the hex for the blue? I can also just Google it pretty quickly. Okay. I mean, yeah, obviously the text would change. But since I would have to click each letter, just not worrying about that right now too much. While y'all look at this, I'm gonna pull up a hex color for blue. Pretty good checking out what other developers are doing. Well, thank you for dropping by, and thanks for chatting. We're having a good night. I'm working on, if it's not apparent already, I made some monitors that are gonna serve a couple of different game mechanical purposes. And so one of them was like, well, how do I get the users to actually like interact with the monitors in a way that's like intuitive? So that's kind of what we've been doing this month. And then now it's like, okay, well, I want to add effects to it so that actually it doesn't just look like a PNG post-process effect. And so we're also trying to figure out what's the best color to use here for this. My favorite color is probably cyan. I think like cyan and purple go really well together, like the mix of them. And what was that comment that was made about like the actual technical limitation of the colors? Because I want to use that in my Google search. ANSI colors, that's what it is. Automod's gonna pat you down for that one. 2ECFFF. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're drawing? Oh, you're an artist? Cool. Very specific. Oh, I found an entire table. I found an image of all of these. Oh, where'd it go? There's a super cool image. And then it went away. Open image in new tab. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Alright, let's try the hex. Very specific, yeah. Well, because, like, everyone's favorite color is blue. And I was like, well, I guess mine's also blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die, but, like... I want to be more than just another blue enjoyer. You're a very cyan purple guy. I mean, if this backdrop isn't any kind of... Yes, is the point I was trying to make. Yeah, I am. So you're trying to get a mask to look good. Yeah, especially when it comes to anything like somewhat humanoid or somewhat alive. Getting that to look, I guess, just visually appealing is something I always struggled with. I always had an easier time with, like, environmental designs, like buildings and architecture, when it came to, like, 3D modeling and art. Blue is like vanilla. It's good and people like it but as a favorite, it's boring. Yeah, sure. Well, there aren't, like, too many colors, though. Unless you go with, like, oh, my favorite color is salmon, or, like, one of the weird... Like, if your favorite color has more than 5 letters in it. Like... With the exception of orange. Because, like, that's one of the big colors. Not to... Ooh, how did I do that? Not to hate on people whose favorite color is, like, salmon. Something, by the way. Like, you do you. You do you. You know, I'm just saying. I am just saying. You don't hate this, to be honest. I do kind of vibe with the blue. I'm not gonna lie. So, again, let's do a comparison. So, like, burn this image into your head. Memorize it. Okay. It's gonna be gone. We can also try to take a look at it as the player would see it. And grant, like, if it doesn't look good, that also could just possibly be because the UI itself just doesn't look good. Not necessarily the color. That's fancy for dark blue. Oh, cobalt. Oh, I do like cobalt. I like bone white. Here's gonna be... Okay, here's a very weird tangent. I won't spend too long on it. When it comes to lighting your room, or whatever, house, apartment, whatever, I hate, like, pure white light. I always have to make it, like, somewhat orangish tint. More like the old incandescent bulbs. I just can't do dentist lighting. Google terminal colors are tricky. Julia Evans has a few good examples. Okay. Have some angst, dude. The UI is good, but I think you prefer the first one. The first one, what? Like the color? Because honestly, I'm kind of vibing with the white. So the other options were white, the more cream color that we saw just a second ago, this blue, or green, which we have up still here to the right. Although the criticism with green is that it's overused. The previous color I had before. Periwinkle blue's better to me. Okay, I like bone white. Natural white or warm lighting is always cozy. See, I want it to be cozy. Exactly. Metal Gear Solid 5. No, I haven't. There are a lot of popular games I've just missed out on. Oh, hey, weird moldy sand. Is this... It happened once, over a decade ago. I only took 2 pictures of it. Okay, so we have 1 vote for the blue, I think. Is that what you meant? I smell colors that this blue is better to you than what we had before. That's why I said either blue or orange, basically. They're the comfort colors. I see. I was about to say, like, well, do we want comfort colors in a horror game? But this is kind of meant to be like the secure place. Where even if it's a false sense of comfort. So I guess kind of it's a moot point to have even brought that up. On my end, by the way, not you. It's who you are, embrace it. Oh, thanks. Take 1 sick day off and this happens. Yeah. Sleep's important, though. I was just gonna say the enemy I was making looks like Skullface from this game. Oh, from that game. Yes, you like the blue. Okay. We have people who like the blue, people who like the white green color. And then I'm partial towards either the green or the white. So what I've learned here is absolutely nothing. Because everybody has opinions which are valuable and I appreciate the opinions everyone's got. I, however, am in a position where I don't know how to attack this. Let's try white again. And it could be a thing like this is easy enough to change. If I just make it to where, oh wait, I'm so stupid. Oh, this is way easier than what I've been doing. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing it. This is horrendous. I can just hue shift this, can't I? Oh, what? Yeah, how about this? How about this one? Oh, that didn't actually save it like that. See, I don't hate that. There is a way I can hue shift, though, I think. I'm pretty sure that goes in here, though. Under, let's see, hue shift. And then I make this a scalar hue. What? How does this work? Oh, wait, is it because... Oh, that's just base color. I probably need to do both. Over here on Twitch, it's 1 bone, 1 white. Back to spaghetti, yes. I'm struggling on making your guy menacing. He's supposed to look big and bad, but he just feels like some patient in an asylum. Give him muscles. Oh yeah, the Discord. I forgot. That's what we've been missing today was Daisy. She's taking a nip nap. Let's wake her up. 2 minutes left in the stream, but it's easier to get the Discord link that way, I think. Action. There we go. You're recruiting to the Discord today? Thank you, thank you. Let's see if I can force her to do the announcement. Or let's ask nicely for her to do the announcements. There we go. You tried your best. Hey, it worked. He's just a little slow. It's a Wednesday. Shoot me his name again, Bassie. I'll have to take a look beforehand. Let's see. Maybe have the color changeable by settings in game. That would be cool. I like that. I think green goes with your aesthetic. See, that's kind of what I feel too. Can't use a black and white image as a mask and target either black as one color and white in a different inverse mask. Probably. But the issue with that is, you just threw a lot of big words at me. I understood about half of that. And this hue shift also doesn't do what I was hoping it would do. Oh, wait. They didn't do that. Oh, right. What? What does this do? Oh, it didn't plug it in. There, we're finally doing some stuff. Oh yeah, it's fine. Siren Hemlock, if you want to check him out though. Can I pop this out and like quickly change it somehow? I could add it to the blueprint. It's a bit graphic. The Discord is a horror Discord. Let me turn off... There is an auto mod, and she will scan the images if it's too intense, but you should be okay. I also think I broke that, because I don't know if she's doing that right now. Yeah, I mean, it's a horror Discord, so you should be okay. If not, you know, it can just be removed, but it's no hard feelings if that's the case, because we understand. You okay with the character with no skin? Sure. So, like, here, let me show you the art that Nibble made. Because that's, I don't know if Nibble's still here. But, like, kind of a... Because, like, you know, here are clickers from The Last of Us. I have to scroll up quite a bit. Because one of my ideas, someone in our chat ran with and made a much better concept art version of it than I could ever have made. Man, there's a lot of lore going on here. It's also been a minute since I've heard from Masochist. I hope his project is going well. There it is. So that is the improved design from someone in chat of one of my characters. And yeah, Basti, you used the right command. I don't know why that didn't work. I'll have to investigate that. If I pop this out here like this, can I change this live? It would be sick if I could. Oh, I can. Okay, we're cooking. Oh. Oh, it changes all of them, though. Ooh. Yeah. I saw the Daisy drawing. It looks good. Look at you pandering to keep me as a viewer. The Daisy drawing was amazing too, Basti. A voice crack. Welcome back, Blue. I think that's a prompt for the future. I agree with you, Hoden. I feel like we spent the amount of time that we spent on this, I think is good for now. Let me put it back to... Oh, it's over here. Let me just turn off the hue for now so that it just sticks to whatever value we had it saved at. So previously it's the blue one. I'll probably change it back to either green or white. We'll see. I might toy around with it offline. But if I'm going to allow it to be changed anyways, like a customizable thing, it's not too concerning. But, I mean, let's look at kind of the work that we did do. The jittering and the scan lines. Like, a very small effect. But especially for, like, the more pixelated things. Because this image, and let's see if we can pull this up here. How do I... Oh, here it goes. Like, it's pretty pixelated. And this helps hide a lot of that pixelization. Just overall makes it look better. And now if any of you want to do the same thing, you saw firsthand how to do it. I'll open it back up again and kind of slowly scroll through the material. so everyone gets a peek. If I can find it quickly enough. Why is it taking me to maps? I want to open the material. There it is. So this bottom left one was to get that jittering, so like the left and right jitter that we see here. And then that gets lerped. And then you multiply a couple things, you throw it in there. And then this top bit is how to get the scan lines. Memorize it, love it, or just don't and never look at it again. Either way, it doesn't make a difference to me. A whole extra 9 minutes? I know, it's crazy. It's 10 minutes past my bedtime, guys. Like, what's the world come to if a man can't sleep at his bedtime? Let me make sure I didn't miss any messages. A lot of glazing as I'm choking on water. I also made a dude who's getting eaten alive by mushrooms. Yeah, it's... Oh, introductions! Look at this. We'll end on this. I smell colors 40... it is convenient that your names are the same between... Well, actually 42. Inconsistency, discrepancy. 42 and Twitch you're 32. What's going on there? Huh? Oh, you changed it just now. You act like I can't see that. Oh. Where's the crying emoji? Oh. While we have a new guest, we might want to turn Daisy offline. Did she flag that? Or did someone remove them? Yeah, let's... Oh, 10-minute timeout. Sorry about that. Let's turn her off. Toggle power state. She should also tell you... Okay, there it goes. She's offline. Have at it. Let me make sure no one's actually timed out, but I think it would have shown me. I'm gonna hide this. Just moderation view shows anything it shouldn't. Nope, everyone looks good. Did it say timeout in her report spam? Oh, it was username that she timed out. Oh, that was back at the beginning of the month. It hasn't happened since then. Okay, never mind. Either way, I'm comfortable enough leaving her offline, especially as newer folk join in. What's going on in chat on YouTube? Don't spoil. A new hand touches the beacon. Unk, it's time for bed. Bye bye, have a good night, baby girl. Thanks, son. He's going insane. It's like watching a boomer text. He is a I'm not a boomer. 22 whole years? What? And then sad face and Rose. I'm going to write bad things now that she's offline. Hurry, let's say everything while Daisy is done. It is now 14 minutes past my bedtime. I cannot believe y'all did this to me. What a travesty this is. Okay, well, we have 7 people on Twitch. Oh man. Maybe I should raid someone. Is there anyone easy to raid that I know that's online? The issue with like raiding on Twitch is like I gotta know people, I gotta talk to people when I raid. No one that I know is online. Is there anyone else in the software development category? You know what? I'll let you free. You get off free this time because I was not prepared for this many people to drop by tonight. Next time we will. I need to prepare more people to raid. Anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep. If you're in the US, I would recommend you do the same because it's pretty late for all of you. Ren, before you go, is there any more sandwiches you would like to share? No more sandwiches. You need to meet new people in the streaming sphere. You're not wrong. I do. Like, that's the benefit of Twitch over YouTube is that you do a lot better on Twitch if you network a bit more, which I haven't been doing. But I mean, there's 10 people here on YouTube and 8 over on Twitch, so I appreciate y'all for being here tonight. If you want to catch me next time, let me actually talk about that. If you're in the Discord and you go to schedule, this schedule here will update to your local time zone. It's usually 7 p.m. Monday and Wednesdays. That's Pacific time. And then on Saturdays at 11 a.m. That's the new time. I'm going to see how it works. But easiest way if you don't want to join the Discord is just either follow the channel on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. And if you happen to be looking for something to watch and I happen to be live, I'll likely get recommended to you. But that's it from me. Raid someone. Do you have someone? Okay, hold on. Let me look for someone to raid then. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to sign off here. If you want to drop by on Twitch and raid someone, go ahead and do that. I'll throw the Twitch link in the chat. Twitch.tv/Rendon777. Spelled TV wrong. How did I do that? All right, YouTube, have a good night. I will see you on Saturday. Have a good night. All right, Twitch.